Very little schwanz. Out all this big butt, small schwanz. The Star Trek building.
Hello, it's your good friend Kohan Lutz. I'm here in beautiful Batumi Aja in Sakartvelo. And I'm going to talk about the subject of antiquities of this region. Aja, the coastal region of Georgia on the Black Sea, is the oldest historical region of the country, wherein they had the ancient kingdom of Colchis, also known as Kolkheti in Georgia. Or you can say also later it changed its name to Iberia. So Caucasian Iberia. Nothing to relate to the Iberian Peninsula like Spain, Portugal, blah, 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 blah. This region is very interesting because it represented the northern apogee of the civilized world, you could say, the known civilized world, to the Mesopotamians, the Phoenicians, the Greeks. It was a big trade center. So from these sites like Phasis, which is now Poti, and the ancient city which was built onto now Gonio, just south here of Batumi, there was a very long civilization, even back to the Bronze Age. There's many remains, small remains, of trade goods and other, currencies from Greece, from Phoenicia, from Assyria, from Egypt. It was a very cosmopolitan port on the Black Sea that also connected to the more barbarian regions of Europe. You had like the Baltics, where in these ancient civilizations in Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Levant would source their amber. This the Amber Road, a very neglected and important trade route because amber was very valued. It's kind of like a stone that also looks like gold, so naturally very beautiful. This kingdom was also well known for its agriculture. It was so rich in crops and livestock that it was assumed that there was something magical. This was rhetorically represented as the golden fleece that they mentioned in the story Jason and the Argonauts. And because written history did not really flesh out this era, like the Iron Age, Bronze Age, the Greeks who recorded these civilizations at the earliest time that we have, the sources that we have of this region, they talk about it in terms of myth rather than history. The Greeks did not see a significant difference between myth and history, but we see it as myth, or Jason and his, Avengers Assemble kind of team of Greek heroes sail off to Georgia to kind of abscond with their most precious resource, the Golden Fleece, which brings this incredible richness, this green surroundings of this Kolkhetian region that you are astounded by. It looks like a rainforest. It's so lush. The farms, the forests, the mountains, it's spectacular to see. And of course, the story is explained through the betrayal and machinations of a woman in favor of the imperialist, so that it gives the opportunity for the imperialist to wash his hands in the local population by blaming the local woman, kind of like La Malinche with the Aztecs. They say that Medea, the princess of the Colchians, is given the seduction by Cupid at the behest of Juno, who is the protector of Jason. And this is why she betrays her father, the king, and helps the Greeks steal the Golden Fleece. Later, of course, there's the story in Euripides where where Jason betrays her and is going to marry this king's daughter in Corinth, the daughter of Cleon, I think Turkey or something, and Medea, she pretends that she's okay, she was reconciled, so she gives a gift to the new wife. It's poison, and then she dies, and then the king dies, and then she murders her own children to really get back at him. And I think this is the reason why Georgians today, they don't often marry or date foreigners, because they've learned from the mistakes of their ancient founder, Medea. Anyway, that's a lot of talking, and most of it irrelevant, so I think I'll call it quits. Shah.